Hello, this is Sierra and welcome to another video. Today we're doing another theory video. We are once again doing a lovely world theory, as you probably guessed from the title of this video. We're doing an OG theory, I guess. Like, a very OG theory. Go all the way back. Anyway, let's get started. If you haven't... whatever. Anyway, why did Stampy have to be the one to bring it to target back? Lovely world theory. Back in Revelation, back in unexpected drama, you know, the very, very beginning. That's how OG this is. Anyway, here's an overview, just in case you don't know. It's best I've gathered from everything I've taken, everything I've researched. If you aren't familiar with how Hit the Target came to be in the lovely world, here is a quick overview. Hit the Target was one of Stampy's first helpers, before he decided to turn on him out of jealousy and a desire for more. He tried to turn the other helpers against Stampy, and failed, before bringing up his own dogs, a dog army, in the attempt to destroy Stampy. However, in the attempt, he was defeated and taken out by Stampy. Unexpected Drama, episode 42. After being taken out, Hit the Target came back as a ghost to haunt Stampy for several episodes of the lovely world. You can watch back and find these little cameos throughout. Finally, Stampy comes across Hit the Target in the Nether, Revelation episode 62, and the villain states that Stampy has to take him out in the Nether, or in order to bring him back to the lovely world. Of course, this was a ploy to betray Stampy later on, but at the time it worked. Now, Hit the Target roams freely in the lovely world, spending years trying to steal Stampy's dogs and take over the world. Maybe he doesn't need the dogs for his own purposes today, but he still is a big threat regardless. We aren't talking about the full story though. You can easily find that story on Stampy's channel. I can leave a link. Or in the iCard. Probably will be in the iCard anyway, under the Target Attacks playlist. Very first one. Just in case nobody wants to watch all of them, though some people do. Yeah. Basically, he doesn't want to steal Stampy's dogs to make a dog army anymore. He just wants to steal them so Stampy loses his power because he feels like the dogs are what gives him his authority and power. So if he takes them away, Stampy practically has nothing. Whether or not that's true or not is still to be seen. Today we are going to discuss why it had to be Stampy taking him out that would have revived him. Not just because it was Stampy who had taken him out, because he technically died by burning to death, setting himself on fire, rather than by Stampy's hand. Why couldn't it be anyone else? Was it a ploy that he was trying to use against him? Was it a way to make Stampy regret trusting him? Definitely something we should be talking about, even years later. And we go into the why, right? We go into the why. There's no way of knowing what Hit the Target knew back in the days, since we first heard him finally speak in Revelation. Though he has found ways to be heard, saving the world, Mirror World, he certainly knows things that Stampy does not. Maybe he knew something about how things worked between the worlds? After all, I have suggested before that he may have used the in-between world to get through into the lovely world as a ghostly apparition. We don't know what Hit the Target knows, but from his time in the Nether, he probably knows a lot more than we think. He may be a noob at times when it comes to planning and pulling through his plans. He isn't bad at using things for manipulation. What am I suggesting then? Perhaps we should dive in and find out for ourselves. First of all, Hit the Target could be lying about it having to be Stampy that took him out in the Nether. Maybe anyone could have done it, because he had been the one to take himself out by killing himself. Stampy did not do the final blow. So if what he said was true, then it wouldn't have originally worked. Then why did it? because Stampy wasn't needed at all. He just used it as a leverage to make the cat feel stupid for trusting him. And it worked! Another idea is the structure of the many worlds that were connected between this middle world, like the Nether, the End, Lovely World, Mirror World, Nether World. I say Nether and End because now he can access the End. So yeah, it was a need for balance since hit the target wasn't fully able to come back until Stampy took him out. The balance was necessary to keep the worlds from collapsing on themselves. Obviously, there is no proof of this theory, so it's probably unlikely to be true. Hit the target wasn't the brightest of the bunch when it comes to doing specific things, but he's good at manipulation and deceit. He easily fooled Stampy into trusting him, even though most of the viewers saw through his lies. When reading the older comments of Revelation, it appeared to be the case. Whether or not he was telling the truth then, we can't be sure. Maybe he was speaking the truth, or just lying so that Stampy would have something to regret for years to come. Anyway, we're on to the conclusion. There are so many ideas of why it had to be Stampy who brought him back. Brought back the target by taking him out. My theory probably would lean more to the lying and deceit, because we know the villain to be good at pulling at the truth. First to Stampy, then to the Lunar Friends, and most likely even Beaver Dash as well. He's not new to this sort of power of twisting the words against others and using it to his advantage. Beaver may be the brains of the team, but the target has the punch at the end of the day, so to speak. Pshaw. But what do you guys think? Do you agree with me that Stampy wasn't needed at all and only was used so that its target could return to the lovely world? Or do you have another theory of what happened in that scene? Let me know in the comments down below, because I want to hear them. Anyway, that's going to be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. It may be short, but it definitely was fun to do. Especially since it was a question I just came up with. I'd be like, we don't really need to know the answer to it. We probably never will. Maybe we will, maybe we won't. We don't know. But there's been lore ever since the beginning, guys. Ever since the beginning. We just haven't seen it until now. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoy. And yeah, I will see you in the next one. Whenever that might be. Goodbye.